Welcome back to another CryptoLabs Passive Income YouTube channel video. Today we're talking about some of my favorite DEXes where I yield farm on. These DEXes present massive opportunities for earning awesome yields on blue chip assets. That's stuff you want to hold for the long term. Now there's different strategies when it comes to yield farming. Some are going to be in it for long term and they're in blue chip assets or correlated pairs and they're bullish on the market. Some are just yield farming, literally. They want to make the highest returns they can, whether that's 24 hours or 3 days or 4 days, and then they get out of those assets and they find some new assets in new pools to join. Not one is better than the other. It's just different strategies, and it depends how passive you want to be. Now, I'm extremely passive with my portfolios. And when I'm in a pool, I'm in it for months. When I'm in a pool, I have fairly wide ranges set so I can earn income every single day instead of always going out of range and having to rebalance. It's time in the market, not timing the market. So with that said, let's look at some of my favorite DEXes. And two, do leave a comment below. By leaving a comment below, you get entered into our weekly $100 giveaways. We're going to be picking a random comment from a random video and giving you $100 so you can jumpstart your journey or at least try out some of this stuff, especially if you're newer into the space. Now, right before we do get into it, you can just go on DeFiLlama.com and have a look at some of the bigger DEXes in terms of TVL and volume. As you can see, DEXes in mid-2020 really started popping up. They had $776 million in TVL. At the height of the last bull run, DEXes had $63 billion. Now we're sitting at around $12 billion, and that has been increasing. The year has been extremely lucrative for yield farmers, and I believe that trend will continue as volume moves through these DEXes. So as you can see, DEXes rank number 4 in terms of category, and I really stick to some of the biggest in TVL. Uniswap, PancakeSwap, we got a little bit of Sushi, we got Orca, we got Trader Joe, we got Camelot, and I'm going to go through some of these. Now that said, some people look at yield farming and they're like, it's a scam or it doesn't work or it doesn't have it. We just had Aperture Finance on an AMA with our community inside the UIG. Yield farming is alive and well. There are more users being onboarded, and as people develop strategies, it's extremely lucrative. You become the bank. Now, if you compare it to some degen play where you're trying to make 5% per day, you're not going to do that. But if you're looking to literally beat any other investment you can possibly think of, then yield farming presents that opportunity. Most people just aren't willing to do the work and actually learning how to do it. So they stay lazy and they keep giving their money to other people to manage for them. And they wonder why they keep getting rug pulled and they keep losing their money. I really want to read this out. We get these every single day. This was posted this morning. Hey guys, I've been in the program for under 3 weeks. He's talking about the Underdog Investor Group. Started off with $1,100, been in the crypto space for a while, so have fingers and a lot of pot, and probably have a higher risk tolerance, I seem to smash over the $10 per day very quickly and progressing to $25 per day. Joined as I wanted to learn the DeFi the right way, and he didn't want to keep losing money. All the gains are going back in, Already treat this as a business. This is a big win here. He's already treating this like a business. We must treat our yield farming portfolio like a business. Each position you're in, and we're going to go over some, each position you're in is like a little business that's printing you money, and you have to decide what you want to do with that money. And each business is a little bit different. Each business must be managed. Each business must be managed. We must see it like a business. Got it? Uniswap is obviously the biggest. Some of my favorite pools, my favorite positions are on Uniswap. I have gotten, I'll just move me up here. I've gotten paid a lot of money through Uniswap, and I set fairly wide ranges on blue chip assets that I want to hold long term for the bull run. And no, the bull run, it's not too late. I'll say that. Maybe the bull run has started, maybe it hasn't. I really don't care. It is not too late. We are going to see a lot of money coming into crypto, and those who are in it or getting into it over the next few months, they're going to benefit greatly from it. And I think those who keep waiting, they're going to keep buying the top, selling the bottom, and keep getting red. So Uniswap, you can't go wrong with Uniswap. You can use a tool like Aperture. I'll leave a link to a video where we did regarding Aperture. Trader Joe, there's some amazing positions on Trader Joe. I'm a big fan of AVAX. I've been dollar cost averaging into AVAX for quite a while. I think it's up like 180% in the last month. Made a lot of money on AVAX, and I continue to because guess what? I keep printing more of it. And if you are long-term bullish on AVAX, or even short-term bullish on AVAX, I should say, then finding a correlated pair so you can ride the appreciation of both assets could be a really good move for you. If you think the market is going sideways, then an AVAX USDC or something a little more less volatile and more stable may be a good move for you. Pancake swap. I'm a big fan of native DEX tokens, so anything cake. Some people, this is controversial, but I like BNB. I think there's some good deals on BNB. And again, native DEX tokens like Trader Joe, like cake for pancake swap, like sushi for sushi swap. Big fan of those. And so if I could find a way to earn more without actually having to buy it, aka providing liquidity on certain DEXs that will give me cake or sometimes extra returns in cake, I'm a big fan of. Orca for Solana, ridiculous returns. Solana has been super hot lately, of course. Beautiful returns. Now remember, it's not about the DEX you necessarily pick. It's about the assets you pick and the strategy behind it. I don't want you to just ape into Orca. It's why we don't share projects much on YouTube, because people just ape into it. I'm not saying Orca is the best DEX or that you should be on Orca. You have to understand the risks. And it's not just like, oh, I'll get into Solana and USDC, because what's the point of getting into a liquidity pool and a position if the total value of your portfolio is quickly dropping and you're not keeping up with impermanent loss, or you don't have a long-term plan on how you're going to navigate the impermanent loss conversation? You've got to have a plan. So don't just jump into stuff because WIF is 15% in 24 hours. And yes, we do have some members in WIF, and yes, they are printing ridiculous amounts of like degen style money, more than any ROI DApp, but you've got to have a strategy behind it. Camelot presents some awesome opportunities. Again, you got to know the risks when it comes to Camelot, but there are some opportunities on Camelot, and I do play within the Camelot DEX and ecosystem. Turbo's Finance for SUI. I'm long-term bullish on SUI. I've been printing SUI for 3 months plus, and my bull run bag keeps growing with more SUI. If I can be earning 400% on a SUI USDC, being long-term on SUI, I'll do that all day long. Thank you. And I'll share one more here, Radium. There's some awesome opportunities on Radium. Now, again, you have to understand the risks. If you are extremely risk averse, Uniswap is the way to go. If you're new to this space, Uniswap is the way to go. If you're not sure what you're doing, Uniswap and blue chips are the way to go. But as you level up your skill level, as you learn how to navigate this space, and you're maybe going from $10 a day to like, I want to get to 50 or $100 a day, you can really start making some moves. By the way, I'm going to do a video, and let me know if you want to see this video. Someone asked about a strategy on how to make 100K a year. I will do a video on that. I'm going to whiteboard it out. But understand that 100 grand a year in DeFi is $11 an hour. That's it. It's $11 an hour. And because DeFi works for you 24/7, 7 days a week, it's $11 an hour. That ain't that bad. It's extremely possible to be in positions and yield farms that earn you $11 an hour. Will it take work? Yes. Will it take studying? Yes. Will it take strategy? Yes. Is it going to happen in the next 30 days? No. But if you commit to this, it's unreal what you can do. And we have member wins every single day that give me so much confidence that what we're doing works. If we had no one winning, then maybe I doubt that. But every single day we have 2 or 3 people, community members inside the Underdog Investor Group posting something saying, and you can just go through the feed on YouTube here inside the community, because we post something all the time. It's like, I'm doing $10 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day, $300 a day. We have someone doing $520 per day. It's a 6-figure income in DeFi. Congratulations. It's doable, but it does take work. So with that said, I'm going to leave some more videos for you so you can keep going down the educational rabbit hole here and here and here and here. Study up, take this seriously. Like, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below, and add a few videos to your watch list and study it. It's very, very possible to those who commit to it, and it's impossible for those who just treat this like a hobby or something. Like, you've got to treat this like a business. But those who do, you can make more money from DeFi than your job. Like, those who take this seriously, like, you can. And I'm not saying that in theory. I see member after member, person after person doing it. And so it's possible to you if you study it. I'm going to leave it at that. My little rant will be over. Do check out these videos again here and here and here and here. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. Peace.